this is a video tutorial on how to run comparables and price a property. So you're going to pull up the subject property either in Realist Tax or MLS, and you'll start here at home, and you'll put the subject property address in. So if it wasn't listed here, then you would just go to Realist Tax, put the address in, and search for it there. Then you'll open up a new window in Matrix, and this is where you're going to run your comps out of. So you always want to pull up the subject property first, because you can't have more than one window active that you're working in Matrix. So this window, once we open the other one and start working in it, it's going to be dead. So we're going to search residential quick, and then we're going to pull this address in. So right now there's nothing. Even if we put some parameters in, there's no sales within 90 days within a quarter of a mile of the subject. So we're going to pull that out to a half, and there's nothing. So we're going to pull this out, and there's nothing. So we're going to take this out a mile. Now we have 10. So now we can put our parameters in. So on the square footage, you want to go 25% max plus or minus of the square footage of the subject. So I'm just going to throw 2,600 in here. I know we can go more than that, but we're going to start there. Then year built, you can go up to 33% of the age, not the year built. So this house would be 22 minus 95, 22 years old. So you would take 22 times 0.33. So you can technically go out 7 years. I'm going to try to keep it tighter if possible, because the closer the parameters, the more similar the properties are. So we'll do 5, and there's one property that's showing. Now, area is going to be, we want to find something in the same subdivision preferably, because we don't know if this subdivision and this subdivision, how similar they are. So we're going to go back, and we're going to go out a year, because the market hasn't changed too much in a year. We still only have one. So let's take that down, boost that up. Let's go down to 89. We could go 7 years. Still nothing. Now let's see on our square foot differential how far we can go. As we were at 2829 times 0.25 is 700, so we have a good amount. I'm going to take this down to 22. Now one additional one popped up. Take this up to 35. Okay, so we have 2. Now hopefully we have at least 0.5 or more acres. So this one is probably significantly different. 1.1 acres. I'm going to read the description. So the only thing that we can do in this instance is we can play around a little bit more. See if it opens things up. But there's nothing in the same sub. See, we want something in here. So we're going to go back. We're going to take out everything. We're going to put the subdivision name. But we're going to take the phase 1 out. Let's put a little asterisk there. Let's take this out too. So nothing has sold in that subdivision in the last year. So ours is 2829. Let's look at these two right here. So this one was in 2015 for 266. This one is in 2005 as well. Two 2015 too. And then the subject property. So they bought it in 2015 for 239. Let's just kind of see what it looks like a little bit. So one of the questions to the seller is going to be, are there any updates to it? Because it looks pretty basic, like they bought it with no updates. So that would be one of the questions that we would ask. So if it doesn't have any updates, so unfortunately we cannot use these sales here because they're too old, and there are properties that have sold that are similar in size and age that are within close proximity. So we're going to have to go back to our previous search. That just kind of gives us an idea of the community. Put this back in here, and we're going to have to figure out which property it's most similar to and make adjustments from there. So this one on Joe Wilson is 2829. This is 27, so they're similar in size. Ours is older because ours was built in 98. Same number of bedrooms and bathrooms, no pool, 1.17. Bedrooms, bathrooms, no pool, 1.112. So they're pretty similar, and appraiser is probably going to use this as a comp. Let's see what the inside looks like. So it looks kind of dated, but still nice. Looks like they have wood laminate, like a nice wood laminate there, down there. No updates. That's the back. It does have a covered patio. So this is pretty similar to this one, except for ours is larger, but theirs is newer. So if I had to lean out on pricing, I would say around 260 for the property based on this one. Now for the square foot differential, it's kind of going to get washed out because of the age unless the condition is very similar to the other one. So if we take 2829 minus 2721, that's the difference of 108, and we multiply that by 35. We're going to get about 3,700 up from that. So it's not a major amount. It might get washed away by the age. And then another determining factor is going to be, what does this community look like compared to this? Like Joe Wilson is a main road. So is this on like a main road in the middle of nowhere? Let's see. See, Joe Wilson is a main street, and if the property's on that main street, it could have a little bit of effect. So we might have a buyer that pays a little bit more for ours because it's not on a main road. If we look at ours, so here's the main road, Joe Wilson, but this is inside of it. So it might be a case where you drive by the comps before you go and just look at how the communities compare. And let's see if there's no HOA here. So there's not going to be any community features at our subject property. And then this one, there's no HOA either. But it would probably be good to just drive by and see how it compares. So if the neighborhood is a lot nicer and that busy street looks like it might be an issue, you might be able to go up to like 265, 270 on this one. And that concludes our tutorial on how to price a property.